Frequency and vibration are more important than you know. So important that they can even affect us at a cellular level. It is expressed in ideologies that frequency and vibration make up the fabric of reality, and all to be discovered and explored. Often people do not know the importance of sound, frequency, vibration, and it is in the best personal interest of you to know how it's affecting you. For example, a wave of sound physically travels through structures, and depending on the sound heard, you will also physically react and metabolically change. This is what happens when a sudden noise makes you jump. Today I want to talk about a few of the ways you are actually being affected by frequency and vibration. In the study of visual sound display and vibration, there is the idea that there is a structural sound to frequency and vibration. We all have seen the vibrating sand making beautiful works of sacred geometry symbols, and we all have seen the sand on the ringing board shifting shapes. This was found out by Ernst Chladni, a German scientist, when he was observing how moving a violin string against a plate covered in sand would actually move the sand. With these experiments, Chladni found that the sound travels in waveforms, and as a result of this, he was the first scientist to physically show this idea. What is fascinating about these shapes is that the higher the frequency, the more complex they become. A common frequency that is talked about is 432 Hz. There's a lot of debate about this frequency, and people will often convert all of their music to this frequency. That is how serious it is. The reason for it is that the commonly used 444 Hz actually has some horrible side effects, and in opposition, 432 Hz frequency is said to be a much better listen. It is regarded as a natural frequency and therefore should be the one that is listened to. This 432 Hz frequency is said to be connected with everything that is, and even in the ancient times, the specific idea of frequency and sound being fundamental was known and regarded highly. Music and art are huge in civilizations. For a long time, they were the main ways one could entertain oneself and others. And the same way we value music today, it's different from how ancient civilizations thought about the music. So what is important to know is that our cells even have a frequency, and they, as a result of being in this dimension, also fall victim to potentially harmful frequencies. That is why there is a movement towards 432 Hz music and music healing in holistic communities. Music is said to heal the soul. Along with meditating to 432 Hz music, the use of singing bowls and other visual audio stimulus, other various tools of natural healing are used with this study of vibration and frequency. That is why the debate about 432 Hz versus 440 Hz is taken seriously. Whereas 432 Hz is a natural frequency, 440 Hz is said to give you a mental state of fear and anxiety. 440 Hz is our music standard, and it became an international standard in 1953. People often say they feel anxious and trapped when they listen to regular pitched music instead of 432 Hz music. With this standardization, from the beginning there were people in opposition of it. With this standardization of frequency, all audio since the change is now 440 Hz. If that doesn't resonate with you, then I encourage you to look into 432 Hz music, or to take a look on the general topic about music, vibration, and frequency for yourself. You need to decide what you're going to do with this information. It's at the point where people are starting to know about it, so there is 432 Hz music information all over YouTube. Earlier, the ringing plates were talked about, and 432 Hz compared to 444 Hz is really different. As you can see, the difference is in the visual pattern. With regards to the mess of it, we attribute this one to having a lower vibration, whereas the clear one is the natural frequency of 432 Hz. Overall, it is disjointed and actually in the process of morphing into another shape as it is climbing in frequency. It is because of the interim of chaos that attributes to the people's general feeling of unease while listening to music at this frequency. 432 Hz, however, is very clear, clean, and organized, and I think aids to the general popularity of listening to this frequency. This frequency can directly impact your body at a cellular state. I highly recommend doing a week of voluntarily not playing music or hearing music, and then do a week of 432 Hz music only. By this time, you should feel a difference in your resting states. You'll find that overall you're calm, but still energetic, but not in an anxious sort of way. Know that most of the data that our brains are receiving is being collected and directly sent to your subconscious to sort through. Even as you watch and focus on this video, your perceptions of the world around you is faded out. This is why it is so important to be feeding your mind things that uplift you and align you with your actual goals. We all know that any limiting belief can slowly build to be a roadblock, and it is important that we listen to natural music. Another thing you can do to lessen the overall effects of negative music is to simply have times when you don't listen to music, or where you sit outside and try to listen to the music of nature. Music is a big part of people's lives, but oftentimes simply having too much of a good thing makes it worse. I now want to get into how listening to that uses 432 Hz actually almost reduces your manifesting ability. Your subconscious speaks with its emotions and produces a manifestation to go alongside a feeling that you are having. If 444 Hz is a lower frequency, it is actually going to affect you at all levels of your being. So while you are trying to manifest the real you and be who you want to be, and to feel that vibe wholly and completely, if you consume media at 444 Hz, you will be telling your subconscious that you are in fear. This in turn puts you on defense mode, and the point of any defense mode is to protect the user, and that can mean cutting off opportunities that you could have had. All in all, the idea of frequency and its effects on physical existence need to be explored more. I encourage you all to do some research, and if you want to leave some information that you found in the comments, please do so. If you have any other questions for me, leave them in the comments. If you like this video, please take the time to like and subscribe, or check out the content on my YouTube channel. Anyways, have a great day.